ahead, you may notice there is an Apache helicopter keeping watch over them. The armed attack helicopter. Now, on the basis that when they go out on patrol, they may get injured, we're going to try and show you what happens to them. You might have heard earlier we've been talking to a man who's been through that sort of injury trauma. He's a Marine called Mark Ormrod. This is what happened to him.
As I walked to the position and went to get out of my belly, I detonated an improvised explosive device, which resulted in me using both of my legs above the knee eventually, and my right arm above the elbow.
So, very serious trauma for Mark. The patrol commander is in the second vehicle.
No, I'm commander. No, I'm commander.
Particular type of vehicle is not used in Afghanistan anymore, but they are still in use in the British Army and could well be used in other places at any future time. And it looks as if there's been a hit. So the patrol commander, being in the second vehicle, he immediately gets on the radio and sends an initial contact report to his operations room.
Hello, Zero. This is Charlie 3-4. Contact small arms. Wait out.
And at that point, his operations room goes quiet. All non-vital radio traffic chatter stops as the operation. That the commander of the lead vehicle has been hit in the chest by gunfire. Now, he's trained to do his own first aid if he's conscious, but of course, as soon as possible, the patrol's own combat medic will be there to take over and help him. We can hear the attack coming in. Patrol commander radios the operations room.
Hello, Zero. This is Charlie 3-4. Stand by for 9-liner. Over. Zero. Roger. Over.
That warns the operations room that there is a casualty. This is all happening in seconds.
Sierra Romeo 559434.
That gives the position.
Charlie 3-4 Alpha. 1 times at Alpha.
That's one casualty requiring urgent treatment within 60 minutes.
1 times Lima. Enemy in area of...
And that means there's a stretcher case.
We are still receiving...
The enemy are still attacking them.
Landing site will be marked with smoke. Roger so far. Roger so far, over. 1 times Alpha. HLS in open.
1 times Alpha means the casualty is a member of the coalition forces. Helicopter landing site is open. And standing by for MISTAT, which is a medical message giving details of the person, the injury, the symptoms, the treatment.
Over.
Here comes the MISTAT. Who the casualty is.
Casualty is unconscious and breathing is difficult.
George with the Apache attack helicopter in close support. I have with me Squad Leader Fiona McGlynn, an experienced nursing officer, staff officer in charge of nurse. How is it when you're going out on a helicopter?
You're preparing the kit that you're going to need based on the information that you've been given in that MISAP. We know this patient has a gunshot wound to his chest, so will he have lost a lot of blood? So we need to be preparing the blood, and will he need to be put to sleep for the journey back to the hospital?
Okay, well now the helicopter has touched down, but the man who's been seriously injured, his life has just gone to pause. And this is how that affected Marine Mark Ormrod.
The last thing I remember is as the Chinook landed, it obviously creates quite a sandstorm. I remember that, and stones and dust flying everywhere, and the heat from the exhaust beating down, and that was it, then I passed out. The incident happened on Christmas Eve, 2007, and the next time I woke up was the 28th of December. I was in RAF Cosford in Birmingham, back in the UK, just down the road.
So the MIRT aircraft has landed on, the Apache is staying up high to protect them in the overwatch position, protecting both the MIRT aircraft and the crew. The paramedics from the Force Protection Team, they're from the RAF Regiment, they all run down the ramp of the Chinook and the protection team take up their positions around the emergency landing site. The enemy aren't done yet. They attack the Chinook and the Force Protection Team do their best to keep them at bay. And the Apache is always high above, ready to launch Hellfire missiles on the attackers if necessary. The Force Protection Commander searches the wounded man, and in the military phrase, he sanitizes him before he's airlifted out. His weapon is unloaded. And there, they've carried him on, and the aircraft is already airborne after only 90 seconds. Now the work really starts, Fiona McGlynn.
Yes, it does, as quickly and safely as he can, and in the best possible. The communication thing, as you say, can be difficult, but we have radios, so we're able to communicate with each other, and the nurse is on communication to make sure the best team is ready for this patient when he arrives.
And mostly it works?
It does, thankfully, yes, absolutely.
Well, Mark Ormrod, that we were hearing from, who knows all about how this kind of thing does work.